Yo, what's good, y'all, man? We got Marvel Studio World War Hulk new link. So we got a new link of the new movie coming out. I don't know when though, but we got some links about the Hulk movie. You know, finally got his own movie type shit. So yeah, leave a like to my channel, man, and yeah, let's see with some links. You know what I'm saying? What they talking about? But yeah, let's get it.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, of all of the things going on in Marvel Phase 4, and there are a lot of things going on in Marvel Phase 4, one of the things that makes me most excited as an MCU fan and an old school comic fan is that there's a redemption arc for the Hulk coming, and I don't mean the character, I mean Marvel Studios, who left a lot of fans, well, let's say less than excited, about the gradual depowering of the Hulk during the Infinity Saga till the eventual reveal as Professor Hulk with no rematch for Thanos. But it appears as though recently there's been a turning of the tide, like Gandalf leveling up off his Balrog XP. We had a breaking report from Geeks Worldwide that in fact not only did Marvel get the rights back to do a solo Hulk film, but they're going to do one, and it's going to be World War Hulk, which means if you thought Marvel Studios did the Hulk dirty in depowering...
Yeah, no, they did. I ain't gonna lie, they didn't. Well, they kind of did. In a way, though, they did. Because I'll probably be like, but he turned, like, as a good boy. He was good. I mean, he like both sides. Like, he good and bad. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, though. Somebody take him off. You know what I'm saying? He gonna beat your ass. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, they did. I mean, I wasn't mad they did that shit, but I know a lot of people was if they read the comments. I don't read the comments, so shit, I don't give a fuck. But if you read the comments, it's like they, you know, a lot of people was mad, you know, as hell. But now they gonna do this movie though. If it do come out, well, I don't know when though. Then it's gonna, people that like the Hulk, they gonna show, you know what I'm saying, you know, how he really is.
Him, well, you're going to be the opposite when they power him all the way up, and that's where we pick up with today's report, coming from what's got to be the most ubiquitous industry scoopster at the moment. My time to shine, hello, with details as far as what's going to set this off and where we'll see the next development of the Hulk story. We're breaking it all down in this brand new leak for what's going on with Bruce Banner, the future of his character, and World War Hulk. But first, if you could consider hitting the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at this channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, watch parties, recaps, that sort of thing, all the way to anonymous 4chan plot leaks, industry scoops like today, and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, consider hitting the subscribe button, leaving a comment down below. That'll automatically enter you for all the giveaways, including the next PS5, which is right around the corner. If you want, stick around at the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. So absolutely not throwing any shade. There are a lot of really good comic YouTube channels, some of which you'd be surprised to find out I've watched even before I had my own channel starting 4 years ago. I will just mention, though, with the recent Spider-Man hype, there's been a lot of brand new reporting, people jumping in, and they don't give sources for anything. They tell you about these rumors and these reports, but they don't tell you where they got them. I think that's super important.
Well, yeah, y'all the one to let people know like where you get it from, cause people don't just believe. You know how people is. People believe anything. So if you say, oh yeah, new Hulk gonna be in next year, and then people gonna believe next year, 2023. You know what I mean, type shit. So it's always good to put research and see what you get it from. You know what I'm saying, type shit.
We are talking about another solo Hulk film, and this came from an exclusive report months ago from Geeks Worldwide. Now that's important because it relates to today's story, coming from, as I mentioned, who's got to be the most ubiquitous.
They said World Hulk movie select to begin production in 2022. This year.
Things about my jackpot candle that just makes sense. Inside every one of the candles is going to be a
prediction on Twitter right now. Supplanting Roger Wardell, the original Infinity War leaker, is one of the top sources for industry inside information for Marvel storylines and what's going on behind the scenes. Basically, exactly like Roger Wardell, he gave us a ton of stuff about Spider-Man No Way Home. It all came true, but then Roger Wardell left the scene in June that year and hasn't tweeted since really that much at all. This guy has stuck around and given us a ton of brand new scoops for the upcoming Marvel Phase 4. He indicated that at the end of She-Hulk, Hulk would leave Earth, similarly to how he did at the end of Age of Ultron. And what's crazier, the ultimate destination may also be Sakaar. Now, this was retweeted by industry insider Casey Walsh, who also has a great track record. We've been re-reporting on some of the stuff he says here at the channel for years. He retweeted this with a gift that said, "Who's ready for a road trip?" with a quote that said, "A father and son round trip to get help." Now, the son he's referring to here is Scar, who I would presume happened while he was on Sakaar. All that time spent as Hulk, that's why Banner and or Professor Hulk wouldn't have a memory of what had happened. And sort of filling in the dots here, it makes sense that Scar's going to show up, because who knows what's happened to Sakaar in the meantime, since the Grandmaster's left, and presumably that channel has fallen into even further ruin than it already was. I mean, they had groups scouring the planet's surface, figuring out if people were fighters or food, so I'm not sure how much further back you can go from that. Either way, when Scar shows up, this becomes the beginning of the storyline that's going to lead into World War Hulk. Now, not so fast, because the World War Hulk storyline sort of gets convoluted here, and he picks up some names along the way. And the name that everybody really likes is the iteration of Hulk when he gets back to Earth from presumably what this trip is going to be. And that's World Breaker Hulk, which for the record is what I wished they had named this film instead of World War Hulk, because a lot of the World War Hulk elements, we've already seen pieces of those in Thor Ragnarok. Now, they can show us some flashbacks during this film when he gets there to fill in the blanks what happened with Hulk when he first got to Sakaar. That would be the World War Hulk storyline of him becoming a gladiator. Okay, well, loosely, a lot of the details have changed, but that's par for the course for the MCU. Now with him going back, all of this is hopefully going to lead to a return to Earth with a vendetta. And when he does, the reason people love World Breaker Hulk, what we were all hoping we'd see in Avengers Endgame, is because that iteration is absolutely nuts. This man gets back to Earth, steps off the spaceship, breaks off the eastern seaboard, dusts the Avengers, kills the X-Men, Reed Richards, the Fantastic Four, just straight up kills everybody. It's
damn
dark.
Look, like I said, damn.
It's gritty. Somebody better hire someone good to do this film, and I'm really hoping that it does not go in line with Thor Ragnarok, that it doesn't have that Taika Waititi feel, even though he's one of my favorite directors in the MCU. Thor Ragnarok is in my top 5, if not my top 3 MCU films. It's kind of shifting, maybe 4 at this point. That's not the vibe for World War Hulk. That needs to be a dark, scary film. And what I think is most ironic about all of this is that the type of film that I would want World War Hulk to be, the type of character, this sort of dark, angry, and extremely scary Hulk that we're hopefully going to see in this film, is the type of character and type of film that Edward Norton wanted to make all the way back in the earliest part of the Infinity Saga. That's the direction he wanted to go, but unfortunately Marvel had different ideas for that character, especially in context of the rest of the Avengers team, and with the rights being tied up at Universal, really stopped them from ever exploring that further.
Yeah, because they got, because they tied in with Disney now, so they can't really, well, they can, but Disney trying to make it all for kids. So that's why they can't make a lot of rated R movies, which they can, but you know what I'm saying, they can't. So, but I mean, what we see in the future, like if they can or not, though.
Once Mark Ruffalo took over the role during the first Avengers, well, it seems as though whenever they got the rights back from Namor, which was also over at Universal, they assumed the rights to Hulk as well. That would open the door for them doing this sort of World War Hulk, World Breaker Hulk storyline. And so if it is truly a World War Hulk title, I assume that a lot of flashbacks at Sakaar are going to fill in what happened during his World War Hulk build, show us where Hulk was, his state of mind, bring him back there. I also think that whatever's going on in Sakaar, whatever help that his son tries to come and find, that's going to need the power of the Hulk, not necessarily Professor Hulk. That's what could lead to Hulk being unleashed, and after being suppressed for as long as he was, it's hard to see if he ever is going to forgive Dr. Banner. You got to remember, during Age of Ultron, lines from Banner like, hey, I helped create Veronica. It's pretty clear that Banner has always just tried to get his own selfish way, something that he can live with, or something that he can handle, something that suits him. The only time it's ever been about Hulk is when he was on Sakaar, and that's where he may be headed next. That's what's going to lead to all this. Quick side note, it's originally the death of his wife at the hands of the Illuminati when they send him off planet in his spaceship that leads to his anger and vendetta against Earth. Of course, with him not having a wife at this point, and this possibly not being because of the Illuminati but his own choice, it's hard to see where the vendetta is going to spawn, but we shall. lots of time left. It's just awesome to see Marvel Studios recommitting to this character, taking him in a direction that fans want to see. And you can
take him to the evil Hulk, not evil Hulk, to the angry Hulk. I say evil Hulk to the angry Hulk, man.
tell that this is happening. We just saw him in the post-credit scene for Shang-Chi. We also are going to see him in the upcoming She-Hulk. They're weaving his storyline in now. I'm super excited about it, guys. Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments quickly.
But that's good though. They doing this shit though. That's good though. No cap. They're taking him to the Hulk that we know of. You know what I'm saying? And not the the other Hulk. Even though I like both Hulks, but but I like that Hulk better though. The angry Hulk and shit. But anyway, man, let me know what y'all think. Let me know in the comment down below. But yeah, like, sub, and yeah, alright, peace.